Hi everyone, I hope you are doing well. Welcome to another pick a card reading. I have for you today career, and we're talking about challenges and opportunities today. So with career readings, as always, it's a big only take what resonates, okay? Because I am not a financial advisor and I don't want you to go and make financial decisions based on some lady with some cards on the internet, okay? That would be super irresponsible of myself and of you. So it comes with the biggest disclaimer to use your discernment. Don't fool around with money and career and opportunities. You don't fool around with people's hearts and emotions either, but all of that applies. Time is fluid. We all have free will. We cannot control other people. We can control how we react to certain situations, and we can use this as like personal development and a bit of a heads up. You take it how you will, okay? So in saying all of that, please ground yourself, take a deep breath, tune into your intuition. This is pile number 1. This is pile number 2, and this is pile number 3. When you have chosen a pile, the timestamps are in the description box below, and I will see you in your reading. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. This is all about career today, and we're talking about your challenges and your opportunities, okay? I've got a motivation manifesto card already pulled for you, so let's have a look. We do not need to await more resources. We need to act, and we will find abundance comes to us. All right, so what have you been waiting upon, pile number 1? You have been stagnant in some way, shape, or form. This is kind of telling me, look, you're waiting for more money. I can't do this because I don't have the money. This is a story you seem to be telling yourself straight off the bat, calling you out. And it might not be money. It might be, oh, well, I don't have the staff member to be able to do that. Or I don't have the time to be able to start that side gig that I wanted, or that passion project that I've wanted. Or I haven't finished my course yet, therefore I can't start writing that book, or whatever it is. This is like really what I talk about a lot, and what some of my stickers on my shop actually say. This is like moving with your manifestations, okay? You actually have to start showing up in the world for the universe to understand that this is exactly the direction I need to go in. I'm not just wishing about it. I'm actually moving towards it in some way, shape, or form. And then the universe will catch up. It's that kind of energy of, if you take the leap, the universe will follow. So let's dive into that a bit more and find out what that is all about. Actually, let's look at... I just saw the Numinous and this is the name of that deck, at the bottom of the deck there. And so this is about a sense of mystery. There is something that could be hidden from you at the moment. And I think that's like the where, okay? It's almost like, where is the abundance going to come from? Well, I don't know, is kind of the answer. It's like, I don't know. So just get moving in all the directions you need to get moving in. All right, so let's get a card for, let's first of all look at the challenges that may be facing pile number 1 when it comes to career. Challenges facing pile number 1 in career. What are they most likely revolving around? Leo the lover and Neptune and dreams. Okay, I'm going to put that there. It feels like a desire, a strong, like dreamy energy, creative energy to do the things you really love. And that very much speaks to the energy of, I can't do X, Y, and Z because I don't have time. And it's like, remember the Dolly Parton song 9 to 5? Sure, keep that. But she's also like, pretty sure she's released another song that's like 5 to 2 or something like that. It's like the other hours. What do you do with the other hours? And it's not saying that you need to, okay, and here we're talking about the opportunities, empowerment and allowing. Interesting. Yeah, there's a sense of like, you have to empower yourself to allow the universe to catch up. 100%. You've got to tap into that, like, almost, look, all my career readings come with the biggest disclaimer ever of not to be foolish with money. But there's this sense of like, you need to throw caution to the wind. It's almost like you're letting too many too much red tape stop you, or too many other people's opinions. It feels like programming, negative programming, and you're also kind of just being told to like show up, show out, play with this. If you don't start playing with your ideas, how are you ever going to empower them enough to grow? Like, you have to plant the seed is kind of what I'm getting here. Okay, so now that we have that, now let's get into some tarot. I feel like there's a sense of wounded pride over here with the Leo and the lover energy. And if you can start to actually, so it's strong Cancer, Pisces, and Leo energy, okay, which is a beautiful mixture. It's like deep emotions about this thing, this idea, and it's also something that's going to make you really happy, potentially get you a lot of traction, I just heard, so a lot of clout, a lot of fame, a lot of eyes on you. It's going to perhaps put you on the stage, in the spotlight in some way, shape, or form. There's something that's like, it's going to boost your ego to be able to do this. So why not start tapping into, it's a little bit of self-sacrifice in terms of, look, I'm going to sacrifice some of my, TV watching time to actually work on the things that are going to put me into a much more confident, expressive energy later on. Okay, I'm going to start toiling at night and there's a disco ball, so it's like maybe you need to say no to a few events in order to get quiet enough to first of all clarify what it is that you need to do, but also to tap into the well. It feels like a deep well of information, ideas. It feels like poetry for some of you. It feels like event planning for others of you. There's something where it just needs a lot of like grit behind it. And what I mean by that, it needs a lot of depth behind it. And not to the point of like, I want to scare you. It's actually like, no, there's something about you need to get quiet enough so that you can get the right ideas, so you can bring those ideas out. Because they're quite opposite. It's like, this is your dream state. This is your stage state. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you really have to visualize this. You have to visualize how it's going to look, okay? And stop stopping yourself is really what I'm getting there. Okay, so let's tap into the challenge here. Tell us more about the challenge when it comes to career for pile number 1. Tell us more about the challenge. I feel like that's a blockage. And it makes sense because it's a challenge. The 8 of Wands is talking about like getting your ideas out at speed, okay? And I really feel like in this particular art depiction, all these people pushing the idea forward, but it's like an elastic band. It's like, boom, it's going to take you back again. So stop stopping yourself is exactly the advice that's coming through there. Once you can get the ideas out on paper, it could be like you just need a big butcher's paper, old school, right? Old school butcher's paper. Stick it all over the walls as the biggest paper you can find. Get out all the colored pens, okay? It's a playful energy, right? And it's like idea, brain dump, like brainstorm every single idea you can possibly put out there. If this is a book, it's like once you do that, then you can take post-it notes of the main ideas, lay them out on the floor. Like, it's really like constructing something, okay? But once you do, it releases this dreamlike state where all the ideas start flowing, because when this is in no longer a blockage position, it moves forward at speed. It's like ding, 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 right? It's messages, it's communication, it's lots of backwards and forwards. So, you might, it just keeps coming through like poetry because of this dreamlike state. So take it how it resonates. But there's something where you may be, okay, well, I started talking to a publisher and I'm no longer scared of saying, look, I don't have anything solid, but I have the idea. And then you start getting backwards and forwards feedback. And you're like, okay, now that I'm speaking to someone, it's making it real. Now I'm communicating it, it's making it real. And so then things start moving a lot quicker. Yeah, that's interesting with the Leo and the 6 of Wands. It feels like stage. It feels like being seen. It feels like, look, this is potentially, there's this pride of like, well, I'm not ready enough to put it all out there yet. I'm not perfect. I'm not confident enough yet. You're going to get confident as you do it. And then the Four of Wands. So this is really like a celebration. It's a commitment. You've got to commit to this idea. You've got to commit to all the ideas coming down. It's like you'll also get downloads in your dream state, whether it's dream state in like a trance state when you go for a walk and you just forget how long you've been walking for, whether you go for a drive, whether you're driving to work, right? And you get in a trance state, you're like, how did I end up here? I don't know how I survived. That's a trance state. And that's where you can tap into like universal downloads, Akashic record downloads, a higher self, the best advice you can get. It's a meditation, I guess. It's a moving meditation. And you've got to remember to move with your energy here, because it's going to put you in the spotlight. It's going to put you in a state of success here. You've also got the Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So again, it feels like you really need to move away from this position of self-sabotage, self-sacrifice, and move into a state of, well, I need to sacrifice some time. I need to be out of balance in order to move forward. I know that, like, if I stay in the rat race, so to speak, for some of you that speaks volumes, if I need to move away from the rat race, I actually need to start paddling in the right direction. Okay, so that's changing small habits as well, is what I'm feeling. Just changing small habits that make you less likely to compete with yourself, like less likely to talk yourself, to berate yourself. Like, I think the reason that you're staying in this energy of, well, I'm in the rat race, so I've got to stay here until I don't have a job. Like, no, there's an overlap that needs to happen here. And I think so many of you are beating yourself up because you know this. You know you should be doing this, but you're not doing it, right? Because you're just like, I don't know, Leos can be lazy, right? And I mean that in the nicest possible way, because I'm a Leo rising. There's a sense of like luxuriating. You just want to be a cat flexing in the sun. And that's all. You don't want to like eat into your downtime, because work is exhausting. Let's be real. The job, the career, whatever you're working on currently, it's exhausting. And Leos want their downtime. They want to recuperate. They want to be social. They want to have fun. They want to, be excessive in some degree as well. And that's having your weekends, right? So if this means giving up your weekend to start paddling, maybe it's just a few hours, okay? You're really like over dramatizing the idea of how long this could take. It's like, if I start moving in the right direction, King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck there, right? If I start moving in the right direction, what I'm building is a massive legacy. It may take time, but if there's this quote, is it Carnegie or is it Bob Proctor? And it's like, I'm working, actually it could be Warren Buffett. Anyway, someone tell me down below. It's the quote about, I'm working full-time on my job and part-time on my fortune. It's that kind of energy. So you're building something like behind closed doors. You're building something as well as something else. And when you start making these moves, oh my gosh, the stability that you will be creating for yourself, and you'll start being kinder to yourself with this Five of Wands. You'll no longer berate yourself so much. You'll actually be like, oh, release that tension, okay? That band that seems to be like, I get 2 steps forward and 10 steps back, it like flicks you back in the face. You'll release this blockage, and then you'll actually, this is always a communication card for me, because it's like petty arguments and like just BS. And I think that's in your head, and possibly even from a partner, I have to say. But when I really like think about this, it's like when you can be vulnerable with yourself and you can like stop BSing yourself, you can build a ladder towards whatever it is you want to build, which is, funnily enough, the Six of Wands, right? So the Six of Wands comes after the Five of Wands. Stop like procrastinating and just causing like petty little dramas here. Stop getting involved in other people's drama as well, for some of you, and focus on where you want to be, because with the King of Pentacles showing up there, where you want to be is stable. This is a good idea. This is a good plan. This is something that's going to take time, but it's going to set you up for life. It's like you can count on this. You can count on the King of Pentacles, and you have that energy within you. You have that King of Pentacles energy within you to achieve this, okay? You've just got to start. You've just got to get quiet enough to tap in. You've just got to play play with it, okay? Really, like, make it fun. Whatever you have to do to make it fun. I'm actually going to use another deck for the opportunity here. Okay, so we've got conjunction and empowerment and semi-sextile and allowing. This is talking about enhancing growth. It's talking about joining forces, strengthening something to like take it to another level, to clarify it, to give it hope, to like water the garden here. It also feels like wherever something feels overwhelming and like it doesn't feel empowering, and the Leos like to feel empowered, right? Wherever it doesn't feel empowering, that's when you can allow someone to come through and help you out, or to get the right advice, or to, you know, be the fertilizer when you're the ideas man. You know, it's that kind of energy. There's something about wishing upon a star too with that semi-sextile. It's like when all the stars align, this is when things are really going to start to take off. But you have to start. You have to start. Okay, so the opportunity here is the Empress. Yeah, that, I mean, she's fertile with ideas in her womb space. She's creating something. Like, she has a whole world in her womb. Okay, that is the creation of life. That is the portal. So whether you are a femme or not, you have this power, this fertile power to create art and beauty and harmony and peace and abundance for yourself, if you just empower yourself enough to allow the ideas to start flowing through and to allow the process to start unfolding here. Okay, so even if this is a job, if this is not you being like entrepreneurial and trying to start something up, then even if this is a job, it's like you have to allow the potential in. You just have to give it space. You have to give it attention, because what we think about, we bring about, and what we act on, we're going to bring into abundance, is what we're going to more than likely magnetize, okay? There's also a sense of luxury here. So you could be dealing with a product or service that you're bringing to the world. Again, it feels like events, but like it could be floristry, it could be fashion, it could be hairdressing, because Leos have good hair, you know? It could even be like a high society kind of thing, because there's something luxurious about this. There's something like luxurious. It could be a consignment store for luxury goods or something like that. Okay, the Creator, that's the no energy. This is saying no to the things that aren't it. And allowing for all the, and this is opportunities, right? So, and interesting that we've got the Emperor, Empress, and the Creator. Like, how much are you creating here? Yes. Like, it's everything. It's everything. You are a creatrix. You are, wow, super powerful. You have, like, if you follow me on Instagram, you know I always say your life is your art. So if you're living a good story, if you're starting to work this out and put it out, it starts to become your story. It's, people start hearing about it. They start recommending people, things, places, software, anything that might support you. You know, now that they're in on the story, you know, you'll be able to say no to what isn't, because you've gotten clear about it. Because as you start taking the steps forward, the path starts to appear, right? And then you're like, oh, okay, I didn't know that before, but because I've started taking the steps, now I know that that's actually not a good idea. I can say no to that part. I was wasting my time with that part. And it's like you're getting good advice. You're getting aligned with the right people, places, things that are going to activate your ideas. 10 of Wands, okay, very much, and this is coming up in opportunities. There's an opportunity to delegate, and I did kind of pick up this over here. There's an opportunity to delegate if you need to. You can't be everything. It's like, am I going to wear all the hats? Like, I can't, especially if you're a creator. It can be extremely hard in terms of artistry. It can be extremely hard to turn up at a boring ass day job. This was me like last year, and for 3 years prior, I was just so bored out of my brains. My back was sore, like I was just standing there, and I like to be busy and run around and do things. And there's only so much you can do when there's just not the foot traffic, right? Especially in the modern world that we're in at the moment. And it's like, it can be so hard to then come home and work on your projects, and people can say it until they're blue in the face, but there's something where you have to like tune in. So that you can tune out anything that isn't what you need. If it means that you need to cut back in some way, I feel that will come eventually. But first of all, you need to take action. You need to be a little bit out of balance in order to get something off the ground, right? You have to plant the seed so that it can start to grow. And then once you see like little sprouts, you can be like, okay, this kind of fertilizer is going to work, or this much sunlight is going to work. That's when you say no to other things. That's when you say, okay, I need help. I don't want my hands tied to my traditional job anymore. It feels like releasing some burdens. Okay, Queen of Wands also gaining a lot of confidence here, and Queen of Swords having the ability to speak out what you need from people. Okay, if I'm delegating, I can delegate with clarity, and instead of being like a cold leader here, I'm actually ambitious enough to lead with creativity and focus. And that can be a hard thing. You might be in an industry where it requires a certain level of tact. I mean, every industry does, but a certain level of tact, especially if you're dealing with creative souls. It's like, okay, you have to give them a certain level of freedom to do their work, but you're also like setting KPIs and stuff like that. If that resonates for someone who's trying to build a company or something like that. Otherwise, it's really talking about Queen of Wands stepping into a confident era where you can be assertive, and you're not mincing your words. You have clarity. You have ultimate clarity because you know where you're going, because you empowered yourself enough to allow the ideas and to allow the process to begin. And this is your opportunity. This is your opportunity. I love that. Actually, we'll get the bottom of the deck. Four of Wands again. Wow. Is this something to do with you're an interior decorator? Is it something to do with you being an architect? I really feel like wedding planner though. Twice. This is our marriage card. It's very in sync with who you are and what you need to do. And of course that makes sense because you could be dealing with like, maybe also you do baby showers or bachelorette parties or something like that. So you're dealing with pregnant women, possibly with this Empress, but you could be dealing with brides, and you've got to have the tact to be confident in your ideas and also deal with the kind of sometimes bridezillas. Okay, just putting that out there with that Queen of Swords. It's like you have this charm about you, but if someone's going to like challenge you, you now have the strength, you now have the opportunity to be able to verbalize. It's like giving yourself experience allows you to step into the role with more confidence. Okay. All right, let's get what else is happening here. Whew. Talk less, feel more. Literally that. Talk less, feel more. Okay, so you're feeling into your ideas instead of, yeah, okay, that's interesting. Instead of just telling people what you're going to do and how you're going, like, I'm going to do this, you need to start thinking about how you're going to do it. And you have to like actually start following up on what you've put out there. Okay. So it's interesting that like over here, I was talking about now that it's out in the world, people will start giving you like the right information. It's like you're sitting here waiting for the right information to fall in your lap because you've told, you know, a handful of people. Those people want to see you implementing it. Energetically, they might not consciously know that, and you might not consciously know that, but there's a sense of like, once you start working towards something, people will pay attention. Oh, she's serious. Oh, he means business. They really want this. They're committed, and people love someone who's really going for something, right? Not just sitting around talking about it, and not to call you out because we all do it. But there is a sense of like, okay, a little less conversation, a little more action. Okay. Beautiful. One more. I feel like there's one more. Oh, this is two more. Lighten up. Have fun. Have fun. Okay, last quarter moon in Leo. You just got to get out there and start playing with this idea because it's meant to be fun, right? The whole reason of doing this. Weddings, events, they're fun. Helping people come together in unity, it's fun. There's Leo energy again. You may be a Leo, or this might be something that like you've wanted to do for so long, and you just know there's a market for it in your area or something like that. Attend to the details, okay? Attend to the details. That is definitely the 10 of Wands, okay? Like if you're getting into overload, you need to, what gets measured gets managed, okay? So look at your numbers. Don't just fall into an ego state where you're like, yeah, everything's great because it looks good on the outside. It also has to make good financial sense, and it has to balance the books. What else is here for pile number 1? Okay, we have wholeness, black mulberry, and card number 33, angel number 33. The threes are all about expression, okay? They're all about growth, allowing, and they're also about groups. So it does feel like you're going to need a tribe around you to make this happen. Wholeness and the black mulberry, there's something very nostalgic about this for me with the blackberries. There's power in numbers is what I feel. The more mulberries, the better. There's Aquarian energy here, so it does feel like a lot of ideas. Like you have to balance out the creative with the communication, okay? With the expression. You can't just like let them... You can't just roll around in the sun like a cat and just like mull over them over and over again. Mulberry. You can't just mull over them. It's that kind of energy where you actually need to start preserving these and making jam, okay? I had just heard money for jam as well, so it's a great idea. It's something that's going to happen. Like, you just know it's had success. You've seen other people, and you're just going to model this off what other people have done before and add your own 10%. You know, it's a tried and true, tested, proven idea that works no matter where you are in the world kind of energy. But there is a sense that this is going to require a group situation. But again, it feels like celebrations. So wholeness. I also feel like it's going to bring you a lot of happiness and joy. Okay, little things seem nothing, but they give peace, like those meadow flowers which individually seem odorless, but altogether perfume the air. Yeah, it's the little things that you do, that you start doing, the little seeds that you start planting that will soon become that King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck energy, where it becomes something so big that you're like, wow, I just built a freaking empire because I started with one berry, and it was sweet as heck, and I kept going. It's like you're really going to be motivated, self-motivated instead of self-sabotaging, but you have to give something up. You have to give up just one little thing like TV time, or just get up an hour earlier or something like that. It starts small, but overall it becomes this blossoming meadow of opportunity. Also, if someone wants to Google angel number 33 and pop it in the comments so everyone can have access to it, that would be great. I feel like I need one more card. This is the Law of Attraction Money deck by Jerry and Esther Hicks. So let's get I guess you would call it an affirmation advice here. Affirmation advice. I'm going to take this one at the top because it flipped. Okay. Whatever I desire, I can acquire. If that's not the energy of like an empowered Leo, I don't know what is, okay? Whatever I desire, I can acquire. And it's interesting, look at the hand position. It looks like a magnet, okay? You're a magnet, and there's the sunflower, more Leo energy, okay? There's the confidence. The eternal laws of the universe steadily hold the promise of expansion and joy. Understanding the laws will reawaken within you the knowledge of your purpose and your own personal power as you remember how to access the power of the universe that creates worlds. Wow, that's everything. If this time-space reality has within it the ability to inspire a desire within you, it is absolute that this time-space reality has the ability to yield you a full and satisfying manifestation of that same desire. It is law, okay? If you can inspire the desire within you, it can absolutely become a reality. It can manifest because you start growing towards the sun, okay? That's beautiful energy. And it's card number 3 as well. So 3s are really important here. Okay. It may be a 3-person team. It may be in 3 months' time you really start to see the fruits of this take place. It might only require like 3 little steps for you to actually get all your ideas out. And it's boom, you have a business. Boom, you have a product. Boom, you have like extra money here. Okay. So take that how it resonates. This is again, expression, groups, growth. It's communication, perception, curiosity. Okay, so get curious enough to push this in the direction that it empowers you. You'll get motivated by each little step that you take here. I love this for you, pile number 1. Please share your ideas below. Share how it resonated, and good luck to you. I salute you for this. Beautiful, beautiful energy. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you in the next one. Pile number 2, welcome to your reading. You chose the orange magnet, but I didn't even mention that, I realized in the intro. So yes, we are talking about career. Of course, if you did miss the intro, it comes with all the biggest disclaimers because we don't want you acting a fool with money, okay? I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. All right, so we're talking about challenges and we're talking about opportunities, okay? I've got a motivation manifesto card already for you. We cannot timidly wait for everything to fall into our laps. We will receive only as we rise and march, for destiny turns its ear to those without fear. Where are you letting fear stop you from making this move forward when it comes to your career? Asking for the pay rise, being too timid and people-pleasing is kind of what I'm picking up with that. Look, it feels like as we rise and march, it's like you have to get out of your seat. You have to stand up for yourself. And march feels like quite assertive. Those 2 words, rise and march. It feels like I need to be in a position of authority, or I need to step into my self-authority to get what I deserve here, okay? For destiny turns its ear to those without fear. The universe will start to listen when you feel the fear and do it anyway. It's the 5-second rule, like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, do it. Okay, these are the cards for your challenge, second house and assets. So it feels like I don't have the resources. I don't look the part. All right, okay, self-sabotage, hello. I'm only going to take, look, that's a lot. I'm going to pop those back because they came out for pile number 1 and I did shuffle the deck, but we've got ascendant there, which is how you show up in the world. It definitely feels like and the Leo energy was kind of hinting at that as well. It feels like you don't think you look the part. Okay, trine and flow. But that doesn't matter because you have 2 other sides. You know, there's this emphasis on this equilateral triangle where it's like you have 2 other sides to you that are very powerful, and that triangle is the strongest shape and they will support the other things. I also think that you're being way too hard on yourself, and there's something that is like once the money starts flowing in, you'll actually be able to change the way you show up in terms of your physicality, but not like, you know, surgery or anything like that is not what I'm feeling. It's just like I'm picking up like you could be a real estate agent and you're like, or you want to be, and perhaps you're like the office person at the moment and you want to be on the road and doing sales. And there's this sense of like, I don't have the right look, but you could just have the same outfit and that will be the one outfit that you need to get to where you need to go. Okay, I'll tap back into that in a sec. Let's have a look at the opportunities for pile number 2, please. Tap me into the opportunities. What are the main themes for the opportunities? Uranus and revolution. Oh, you're about to disrupt this industry, bet. You're going to use, you're going to reinvent the game. Like, you're going to, like, use technology to your advantage. You've got so many good ideas. Why are you holding yourself back? There is something so groundbreaking about the way you want to move forward, but you're just not. You're just not. Because you're underestimating yourself. Or you're letting other people's opinions of you, or what you think they will think, stop you. Okay, 6th house and craft. Yeah, this is about alchemizing something brand new here. People are going to be shocked at how well you do this work. And how skilled you are with such little, you know, finances, with such little backing. with such little, could be credit score, quite literally. I just got quite faint in the head. So there's something like that kind of maybe mind boggles you around finances. But there's something here that says, well, you're going to be using technology, or there's going to be a breakthrough, or you're going to innovate this. So it's like, I can just focus on the actual work instead of like the numbers. It could be something that is expressive to you with the 6th house. Okay, let's dive in to, before I get too carried away over here, let's dive into the challenges. I've got the 6 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, so it does feel like you have the potential to be seen and heard. You have to put yourself in a position to be seen and heard, though. You need to, maybe your boss doesn't realize that you have, you know, if this resonates, boss, maybe they don't even realize you have the desire to do this, and you think that you've told them. But like, sometimes you need to tell someone 10 times before they get the picture. And then you also need to start doing things in that direction, right? To show, okay, I'm serious about this. Like, I'm legit about this. Maybe this one like power outfit that you wear to work from now on is going to catch the boss's attention enough to go, oh, they're serious here, right? Because this is a like putting yourself in the flow of that direction, putting yourself in the energy of that. Like, I want this to carry me in that direction. You need to get noticed in some way. Okay, tell me more about the challenges for pile number 2 in career. Tell me more about the challenges in pile number 2's career. Tell me more about the challenges. My head is also itchy. Interesting. There's a lot of like up in your head stuff. The fact that I felt faint, the fact that it's itchy, like there's an itch you need to scratch, or otherwise you're wasting your potential. You may as well be sleeping. That's kind of the faint energy. It's like you're sleeping on yourself here. 2 of Voices, yeah. You might have 2 people in your ear at work. I'm taking that quite literally because it's the 2 of Swords, but in this deck it's called the Voices, and it's like I hear 2 voices, and it's like 2 like bitchs. Gotta be careful what I say. And the triangle is inverted in this, right? Trying to keep you small, trying to keep you out of flow states. Just people who, and it looks like their hands are tied here too. Whew. You need to snap out of it. That's not reality. Wow, that's an Eminem song. Snap back to reality. Yeah, how does it go? There goes rabbit. There's vomit on his sweater already. Hands are sweaty. I don't know, but you get the song. It's that 8 Mile song. Don't let fear stop you. You have a voice, and it's actually way more powerful and disruptive. Like, he got up there and absolutely shredded, right? If you don't know what I'm talking about, maybe you need to look it up. Okay, 3 of Wands, Ace of Wands, and the King of Swords. Yeah, it's time for you to speak up. Speak up, okay? Speak up about the direction you want to move in and the opportunity that you are looking for. You're literally asking for the promotion. You're like, well, it doesn't exist. Ask for it. They are going to make room for you. That's the feeling that I'm getting here. You've got the 2 of Cups at the bottom. This is going to be something that actually, once you voice it, it feels like the boss, the higher ups go, oh, you know what? That's a great idea. That's actually really mutually beneficial. It solves a lot of our problems. Okay. Just because they haven't been proactive enough to actually put it out, you know, to the, I was going to say community. So it could be a community offer like that. But just because they haven't put it out to the colleagues or the company as fair game for you all to start applying for this position, it's like when you come forward with it, they're actually like, well, shit, we actually need that. You know, we actually need you to step up and do that. And it puts you in a position of authority straight away. But I feel like you have to have this conversation with authority, and you have to see yourself as an equal to this person, okay? You have to like believe in your ideas enough and believe in your passion enough. And I feel like you do have a plan. It's like, well, once I start knocking over one domino, you can bet your bottom dollar that things are really going to like revolutionize here. You don't need to tell your boss all about that in one sitting, but you can hint that, like, because there's a fine line, and I think you're starting to realize that, look, you could have some dum-dums, I'm just going to say that, in higher up positions, and you're like, dude, if you only did it X, Y, and Z. It's like you're on the ground, you're with the grassroots, and you understand what the client and the customer needs. And so you've really innovated something, and you could just knock over this one domino that has a domino effect for change throughout the whole organization. And it's like this boss needs to hear about it. And so you're really realizing that, look, unless I be assertive and see myself as a equal to this person, they're never going to know what plans that I have. They're never going to know what talents that I have, despite how I look or how I show up, or how much money I currently make, or what car that I drive, or, you know, it's something fickle like that. It's like, no, what I do have is the energy. What I do have is the aids. What I do have is something that will benefit. I have the emotional maturity to support something here to move forward the entire organization. If it's something where you're going out on a limb and opening your own business, it's still the same kind of energy. You may be asking for funding or something like that, or you may be holding yourself back, very much so because of the way you look or the way you front. And it's like, none of that matters, because really you will be able to speak your truth from a place of integrity. Don't let the naysayers stop you here, okay? With that Two of Cups, it feels like a mutually beneficial agreement that actually satisfies a lot of parties here. I feel like there's one more card. What is the advice here with the challenge? What is the advice here with the challenge? The Chariot, move forward. Like, let's get this show on the road, okay? Let's get this show on the road. All right. In saying that, let's move over to the opportunities. If we're getting this show on the road, Sam, tell me more about the opportunities here for pile number 2. Wheel of Fortune. Push that wheel, baby, in the direction of your destiny. This is good karma being paid back to you. 7 of Cups. Don't worry about the other options that, you know, these people think that they have. They might just been trying to fool you with snakes and ladders, okay? And it does feel like maybe you're getting other offers from other companies with the information you put forward, but you're going to make the right decision is what I feel, okay? Choices is sometimes a good thing. You've also got the 8 of Cups, which feels like a lot of change, a lot of shift. It feels like, okay, 1 minute you're in the office and next minute you're out the door and you're, you know, on the road and doing the work. The Mother Star. This is a big yes, okay? Big yes. A gentle three-eyed winged tiger, right? So this is a spirit protecting you. This is all the things that you said no to allow you to say yes to what you really want. Very magician-like energy with the Mother Star. This is a creator, okay? This is you creating your destiny and your karma, okay? Taking back what's yours. 3 of Wands again. So it's that luck that, like, because you've planned something, there's this luck that's changing in your direction, and now it's going to feel like this big adventure. Now the plans that you've made are actually going to take shape and traction and set you on the course, right? It feels like a path, set you on the course where you can navigate your future from here. Like, you've been waiting for this opportunity. Now that you have it, you can, like, the backpack is already packed and you're like, okay, here we go. Again, it feels like that one outfit that you have, or it could be like 2 outfits with the card actually being 2. It's like, I have these 2 things that I'm going to just pretend like you can jazz them up. That's the terminology that I'm getting. You can jazz it up. That's such an 80s saying to me, but it's something like you change the brooch on the front, or you change your glasses, or you change some jewelry, and it just makes it so much like it changes things. It might be a one black outfit, you know what I mean? But you can make it different each day, and it feels like as you start to move forward, none of that's going to matter, right? Because yes, you'll have wealth and abundance and you'll be creating what you actually want to create, but like, you're faking it till you make it, and that is actually setting you on the right path. Whew, this is so cool. Okay, tell me more about the change and the shift of the 8 of Cups. The Magician. I said this is very magician-like energy with the Mother Star. You have all the skills. You have all the power. You have everything you need within you to make this happen, and you're manifesting this. Okay, but part of your manifestation, and I said this to pile number 1, is really moving in the direction of your manifestation. You can't just sit there timidly waiting for it on a silver platter. It doesn't work like that. You've got to put some sweat equity into this. You've got to put in the time and the effort, and you've got to actually ask for what you freaking want here. Really, it feels verbal. I've got to ask for what I want. And I stand up out of my seat and I have my piece. I say my piece, okay? And that gives you peace. It helps you to start like being in your element. You're in your element. You're just like lightning bolts of inspiration and ideas, and it might be like sale after sale after sale. It's like something, you bring a sense of diversity to this. You bring this it feels like mundane kind of existence to the edge. You bring your work career to the edge, and it's suddenly exciting again. And it actually is better for your well-being and your health to be in it and doing it rather than sitting back and wishing and waiting and hoping. You know, this changes the way you do your day-to-day. It changes everything about your life. It gives you choices. It gives you trust in your own intuition as well. It takes things to the extreme. So like I really do feel like it's a switch in like, okay, well, here you felt like a pauper, here you're going to feel like a prince, you know, or a princess. You're really going to be shining. Shine, 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 100%. The magician has everything they need. They have the vocal skills, right? They have the assertiveness. They have the emotional intelligence, and they also, I feel, the emotional well-being, okay, because it's best for you. Emotional well-being. They also have vision and passion for this, which is you as well. You've got all this excitement and all this like go get 'em kind of energy. And they also have, what am I missing? And they also have that time and effort investment. They do have that sweat equity behind them. They do have the wherewithal, okay, to see this idea through. We've got the Queen of Cups on the bottom of the deck. This is going to give you a lot of fulfillment. It's going to help you to be more in your feminine energy if you resonate with that. Allow you to also receive, okay? It's allowing you to receive the blessings because you actually stood up for what you wanted. And it eliminates fear, really. Shift and change can cause a lot of like chaos, but I feel like it's all within your stride. It's all within your power, and it's just you adapting to the new routines and the new like apprenticeship kind of feeling, like finding your feet in the new role kind of energy, okay? And it actually feels so much better to be doing it. It feels better. New moon in Leo. Far out. I nearly swore then. New moon in Leo. Shine. Okay. Didn't I say shine, shine, shine? That's a weird thing. Okay, cool. 2 fire sign energies here. Full moon in Sagittarius. See the bigger picture. Okay? Shoot your shot. You're like, get that arrow ready. You're the archer. You're the magician. Shoot your shot. Go for it. Ask for what you want. And Sagittarians are lucky. You know, they ruled by Jupiter. It's lucky. It's abundant. It's adventurous. And we've got the 3 of Wands twice. You've got the Chariot. Like, it's an adventure. Time to move forward. Time to go. No more wasting time. There's a big fat yes right here. All right. I love this view. Can we get anything else for pile number 2 when it comes to their career? What else for pile number 2 when it comes to their career? Positivity. Oh my goodness. There's the Leo energy. There's the Saggy energy, but very much sunshine. Marigolds. Okay, make a wish. You've made the wish. It's been caught by the universe. It's in the dream catcher. So how are you going to get it out of there? You got to like put it into action now. Okay. Card number 40. The 4s are all about manifestations. Okay. We talked about the magician twice. This is law of attraction stuff. It's like put it into action and you've got it. Like you've got this. Foundations and stability as well. So really like setting up home, setting up roots. Mother energy again. We had the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck and you've got this mother star here as well. So it could be like mothering yourself. And also it needed a woman's touch. It's like the woman's intuition. Only take that as like energy though. I'm using the word mother as a traditional sense, okay? That's the energy that I'm getting. It's positive. It's whole. It's wholesome. It's invigorating for the whole company, I feel here. And that's, yeah, major Leo energy. Love that for you. Let's get a final piece of advice. This is the Jerry and Esther Hicks Law of Attraction money deck. Straight up. No way. No way. Pile number 1 got this exact same card. Okay, whatever I desire, I can acquire. Maybe you were drawn to number 1, but this is, look at the hands. It looks like a magnet. You are magnetizing everything you want towards you, pile number 2. This says, the eternal laws of the universe steadily hold the promise of expansion and joy. Expansion, joy, it's all around us. Expansion. Understanding the laws will reawaken within you the knowledge of your purpose and your own personal power as you remember how to access the power of the universe that creates the world. Remember, it's in you, okay? You have the whole world within you. You have the power to make this a reality. In this time-space reality, if this time-space reality has within it the ability to inspire a desire within you, it is absolute that this time-space reality has the ability to yield you a full and satisfying manifestation of that same desire. If you believe it, it can become, okay? That's the energy there. And it's card number 3. So it's 3rd house, communication. It's how you're looking at things. It's how you're perceiving things. It's how you're communicating about something. It's transformation. It's transportation as well. It's sibling energy as well. So I don't know if that mother thing and the sibling thing have anything to do with what you're working on here, but there's a curiosity, okay? Time now to feed your curiosity and actually go for it. I love. Thank you so much, pile number 2. Please let me know in the comments, how does this resonate? What are you working on? Go get it. I'm cheering you on 100%. Thank you for being here. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. This is all about your career and we're diving into challenges and opportunities. Of course, if you missed my intro, the career readings always come with a very big disclaimer to not only take what resonates, use your discernment, but to also know that I'm not a financial advisor and you should only take this as, you know, personal development and do with it as you will. Make good, sound financial decisions for yourself based on your own individual circumstance. In saying that, this is your first card, the Motivation Manifesto card. It says, any dirt or carnage of yesterday belongs nowhere near now, but rather in the dustbin of history where we need not rummage about. How poetic. I mean that, I said that sarcastically, but I mean that. If you haven't read this book, it's an incredible, almost poetic business self-development book by Brendon Burchard. It's amazing. Yeah, okay. So what are you trying to, there's a sense of like, what are you trying to keep holding on to? What is this past experience that's stopping you from living in the now, where you could be grateful for the opportunities that you have, where you could be seeing the other opportunities around you, where you could be enjoying your day to day? It's like there's something that's, you've got like dark colored glasses on from the past because you're bringing that into the present. It feels kind of heavy, I've got to say. It feels really heavy. And you're really like nostalgic for something, perhaps of like, look, it could be very much a case of like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, you know? And I don't mean the two dads. It's a book, by the way, by Robert Kiyosaki, like super famous book. But there's something like where Rich Dad, he failed at his first business, and so did Robert Kiyosaki. Like, he had a very successful like Velcro wallet, I think it was his first business, and he made a lot of money, but then you know, things changed and it plummeted. And so he says, like, I failed so I could learn all my lessons so that then I could go forward and create what I have now. And it's that sense that you perhaps failed at something that is holding you back from ever trying again, or from actually, it's something very now, right? Nowhere near now. It feels like there's opportunities right here, right now. There's something right under your nose that you are not seeing because you're actually like muddied potential. You just have this Murphy's law of whatever will go wrong for me, and that's my bit in life, you know. That's how it's going to be, and it doesn't have to be like that. Okay, we're looking at your challenges. We've got the 6th house and craft. Okay, so the work that you're doing now, the details that you're focusing on, even your well-being, your diet, the skills that you've got right now, there's something very lackluster about them. You need to hone your skills, hone your craft. You need to get your physical mind, body right as well. How you start your days, how the rest of the day is going to go forward. It's like, I'm thinking of all these business books, right? But I just heard Eat That Frog. It's another business book. It's like, get the hardest thing done in the morning. Also 5 a.m. club. It's like, get up earlier, do the rituals in the morning. Something needs to be purified here. Something needs a bit more methodology to it. Your daily method of operation is not serving you, okay? What is the other theme for the challenges for pile number 3? Main themes in the challenge position. Pile number 3. I'm actually going to take that. Just know that Cancer and the doula energy came up, so it is a sense of nostalgia, okay? Holding on to the past. And not actually being encouraging towards self. With the 11th house and the edge, this is talking about like an inability to see. It's like you're trying to look through the lens of this microscope or this telescope, and because I say it's a telescope, right? But it's microscope because this is focused on the details. You can't see the forest for the trees because the lens is dirty. It's like when you take a picture on your phone and you're like, oh, why do I look like that? I actually did it yesterday. I recorded a bunch of mini readings, and when I posted them, I was just like, why do I look so blurry? But it's like my phone front-facing camera was dirty and it just ruined the whole aesthetic. But it's like the message still gets across. So there is something about like, look, even if you're feeling, because sharing that story, even if you are feeling a sense of, woe is me because of that happened, like victim mentality, you can still change this. You can still push this all the way to the edge. And what do some victims do? What do some people who have failed do? They go out on a limb because they've got nothing else to lose. And that's that edge of the universe kind of concept here with this 11th house, okay? It's community, it's collective, it's friendship circles. It's also philanthropy. It's earned wealth, okay? And it's like, okay, well, that didn't work out, but like all publicity is good publicity, right? So it's that kind of mindset where you've got to look at like, there's a challenge here, but there's an opportunity right here within your challenge space. There's an opportunity right here to take something all the way to the edge. How can I tap into my community and share my failure in a way that offers hope to that community, that offers, allows for new discoveries to be made in that sphere? Okay, well, if that didn't work, maybe you need to discuss your failures here with your friends over tea, right? Do something healthy. And it's like, okay, instead of, for the next 30 days, guys, this is what we're going to do. Instead of going drinking together, would you mind if we go for walk and talks? I do these with my friends. We'll go for coastal walks, and it's walk and talks where we bring up anything that is, positive, anything that needs, advice. Okay, I've got this issue. I'm open to hear what you have to say about this. Okay, you have to be in the right mindset to receive advice from friends for sure. But it's like finding someone you trust, someone that you look like perhaps are on the same wavelength with, and you're like, okay, well, I see them doing this, so we can inspire each other. It's a community. It's a tribe that gets you so that you can bounce some ideas off with these people and almost like experiment. Okay, well, you see it as a failure, but what if you saw it as a lesson? You'd be able to then turn it into X, Y, and Z as well. It's like a C-grade celebrity who's milking it for all it's worth. I have to say that. I have to say. All right, let's get your opportunity main themes out here before I put this deck down. North Node Destiny and Aquarius and the Innovator. Pow, pow. Okay. Wow. Experimentation. There's the opportunity right there. And North Node Destiny. It's your destiny to be successful. So why are you trying to hold yourself back here? Why are you saying, oh, I failed, therefore the end? No. You need to go and find some examples of every single person that ever tried to do anything in their lives. Like Louise Hay, just talking about personal development. I don't think she actually created any of her first books, or now she has this entire publishing company which most of the decks are published by. that are mainstream decks. It's like, I don't think she did any of this until she was over 50. You know, then she learned how to dance. Then she created this and that. And she was an artist. And she did all these amazing things really late into life. Like, you need to go and find some examples of people in your industry or your field that really speak to you about coming back from the edge of failure and taking it to the edge of success. Like, people that really made something out of nothing because they had to change their well-being. It's not good for your health to be stuck in this mindset. All right, let's go back over here. We'll come back here in a sec. Pile number 3. I'm getting really worked up. I'm sorry if my voice sounds aggressive. This is your spirit guides. Honestly, it's spirit saying to you, oh, come on, like, shake, rattle, and roll. Shake, rattle, roll. Look, there is something really innovative and cool about your pile. When I was shuffling the cards and preparing for your reading, I was smelling barbecue and I thought of Austin, Texas, right? So there is something like, keep it weird, you know, keep it weird. But there's something down to earth, down to home about this as well. The 6th house is health, wellness, work, duty, healing, okay? Daily routines. All right, so your challenges is the fuel to get going, the fear to get going. We understand that. It's also judgment. I'm afraid of other people's judgments, but also you're judging yourself too harshly. You need to have an awakening over the taking another risk again. Okay, you need to bring back an idea from the past potentially, because with that awakening energy, the judgment can talk about resurrecting something. Okay, but I feel it's resurrecting the courage to, like, I'm hearing Richard Branson again. There's so many books here. Like, it's like you've got a library, you've got a wealth of knowledge here. It's like you've read all these books, but it's like Richard Branson saying, "Eff it," you know, "Eff it," and just do it. You need to get back to that place. The Hierophant, higher learning. Look, take it as an L, take it as an L, take it as a lesson. 7 of Materials, which is 7 of Pentacles. It's about planting the seed again. Okay, I'm going to start to water this and nurture it, and I know that the harvest will come, but I've got to start walking down that road, even though I don't know what's at the end. It's dark tunnel, but I just got to start going. I've got to start moving. Okay, 10. Card 10, the wheel. Okay, so this is the Wheel of Fortune. Time to push that wheel back into direction of your North Node and destiny. Time to get what you're owed, and time to, like, you know, make the failure not be in vain. You know, in order to make the best of a bad situation, it's like you need to resurrect the idea. You need to or the wherewithal, the courage, the risk taking. You know, you need to resurrect the motivation that you had originally to start in the first place, and that's going to take you all the way to the edge. I just heard all the way up. Okay, it's going to push that Wheel of Fortune in your favor, and it's like, if you really learn this lesson, what you plant now is going to have a huge life-changing effect for you. Okay, I feel like there is another card. If we know what you need to do, how are you doing this? How? The Tower. If you don't do it, SHIT is going to hit the fan. Okay? That's the feeling that I get. Like, you... bloody hell. There's a feeling of, like, you better do it. You better do it. You may have this sense of impending doom, and that's possibly what you're confusing with I can't try again because it feels so ominous. Remember I said it feels dark, it feels heavy, okay? It's this energy that's actually awaiting you if you don't, okay? And I don't mean to threaten you. I'm not doing that. It's just, this feels like your higher self. It feels like your spirit team. It feels like the universe really saying, dude, pile 3, you have it in you. I don't want to have to bring you, like, the truck. Do you know what I mean? It's like, here you had all the youth and naivety and the excitement, and you went for it. And sure, it didn't work out, and that you may have really judged yourself very harshly. But then I gave you like a little feather to say, hey, this is your lesson. Lesson number 1, right? And then maybe you were like staying in this energy of reminiscing about what could have been instead of looking forward. And in that, you got hit by a brick and you were like, damn it, like I keep getting hit by bricks of like bad luck, of things not going my way. But it's because you're stuck in the past. And the universe is saying, after the feather lesson, after the brick lesson, then comes the truck. You don't want to be hit by the truck. It's like the universe sends you like 3 little signs, and now it's like, bam, how much are you going to pay attention? Listen. If you, wow, I'm sassy. You've got some sassy spirit guides that have just had it, right? And they're like, your potential is unfreaking tapped and you need to get back on the horse. And they're like, because you don't know how good your life is going to be. It's going to be freaking awesome. Okay. And so they're really saying, stop beating yourself up about this, or otherwise the universe is going to beat you up for you. Okay. But here's the listen part. This tower is a breakdown. Sometimes that gives you a breakthrough. If this tower moment does come, okay, I have to address that possibility because I know you're an overthinker. If this tower moment comes and it breaks everything down, do you know what comes from the rubble of an unstable building? There comes the opportunity to create a new foundation. But with the energy that can be spent dealing with a tower moment in your life, would you not rather use that energy for this power moment of takeoff, of launch, of making something future focused? So that's your choice. Yes, you can build a stable new foundation and move forward from that place. But I feel like this is like giving you a hint that you could save time and energy here by planting the new seed, because you've learnt this lesson and you've had this awakening and you're ready to take another leap of faith. Use the energy that could be spent with this tower moment in creating an innovation moment, in creating an electric, energetic, fast-moving, forward-moving, experimental, disruptive edge for yourself. Damn. Okay, let's look at your opportunity in a bit more detail because it's really showing up. It's interesting that your group, this side, is really wanting you to move over here. Like everything's facing in that direction, okay? Until the tower showed up, which was like, if you won't face in that direction, face forward and cop this, you know? Like it's pretty bold. So you're the only group that's had this where this wasn't much of the focus. The universe, the angel spirit doesn't want you to focus on the past. They don't want you to focus on the challenges. They want you to focus on what is at your hands right now. What is at your feet right now. Now. Okay. Opportunities to collaborate, opportunities to learn, to enterprise, to toil, to show your talents to the world. Put them on display. Pile number 3, put them on display. And interesting that if we're rubbing you around in the dirt, do you know what can grow from dirt? Mushrooms. And what can mushrooms do? They can feed you. They can also bring you psychedelic ideas, okay? I do not condone the use of any drugs. Okay. Opportunities. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It feels like your destiny isn't meant to be in the past because that snake is looking in that direction. That wasn't your destiny. This is your destiny because you've got North Node and Destiny here, okay? This is following your North Star, your calling, your purpose, traveling, expansion, seeking, philosophy, becoming. It's also integrity. Okay, I'm going to hold my idea to integrity. Big Magic, Elizabeth Gilbert. I've mentioned like 10 freaking books. Like, what is going on? Are you stuck in personal development junkie land and conference junkie land and you need to move into, I'm so sick of myself, I need to do it. Cut out the noise. That is not your karma. That is not your destiny. Yeah. Wow. Opportunities here. 2 of Cups. Something that fulfills you. An opportunity. Whatever it is that you're working on or that you want to work on because you're ignoring, it takes you to the edge of something that satisfies people's curiosity, but it also takes you to the edge of like giving people hope, or giving yourself hope. If you're collaborating with a partner or multiple partners, this is something that is really peaceful. It's a good match. It's a good give and take. There's equal give and take. You have an emotional maturity because of the L's you took over here, you know? You now come from a place of love, and you're much more grounded in this energy, emotionally grounded in this energy. You have the Mother Star, and it's in reverse. This is yes. This is creator energy. It's magician energy. It's really saying to me with these two in reverse, I'll just clarify. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune and the Mother Star in reverse. Clarify the Mother Star and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Temperance. Yeah, it's really saying to me that there's no need for you to wait any longer for the wheel to turn in your favor and for you to get the go ahead and the green light. And like, it's like the minute you start deciding to think forward, and this is why this is already opportunity on this side rather than challenge. It's because it's right here at your feet. It kept picking up now. The manifestation is done. The wheel is turned. So what are you still waiting for? That's the energy. It's healing. You've done the healing. You've done the moderation. Things are in balance. Is your body in balance? I'm not sure. That might be the last kind of like little part where you're like, oh, I'm not feeling so great because I'm not. I'm ignoring what's right at my feet. That's the energy of the Mother Star and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It's like it's already here. You've just got to pick it up. You've done the learning curve. You've had like this maturing experience. You've done the development. Pick it up, what is right here, and start running forward. It's like someone's handed you the baton in a, what's it called? Race? Relay race. And you dropped it and you're like, well, race is over. And they're like, no, pick it up. We're already winning. Like we're already ahead and you're super fast, right? You're super capable. You can like do a hurdle with the baton in your hand. Like you've got this, you know, this is like, why are you holding yourself back? Let's figure that out. Why are you really holding yourself back? Really? This fear of the past, the world. I just heard, oh, that's freaky deaky. Okay. Also, while I was shuffling your cards, I was singing before the barbecue and the like Austin, Texas thing came into mind. The first part of that like visual for me was I was singing you got the whole world in your hands in a very like country kind of way, like you got the whole world in your hands, you know, like it's just like it was really funky and fun. And then the image of Austin, Texas and a barbecue came to mind. So it's like street food, or it's like you feel like there's something that's been saturated. You feel like the whole world has already like discovered this. Oh, I can't show you that card. I didn't realize that I didn't cover her up. Yeah, so there's a sense of like, this has already been done before. This has been successful for so many others. There's no room for me. That's what I'm picking up. There's no room for this idea anymore. Everyone already knows about it. The idea has been and gone. But there's something unique about you, okay? It may not even exist in your part of the world. You might be looking at it in places like Austin who, you know, have everything going for them. Like it's a city of everything. You can do anything there. You can achieve anything there. Who says you can't achieve it where you live? Who says you can't take that idea of, or the energy and the vibrancy of a place like that and keep it weird, right? Which I said at the beginning, bring that into this idea of your own. Who said that your town, country, city isn't ready for this idea or isn't open to this idea being kind of resurrected, okay? If it's something that you think has been and gone. Okay, because it can talk about completion as well. Page of Wands. Good news, good communication. People are open to it. That's the good news. Good news, good news, good news. It's like, hear all about it, read all about it. You know, people are really going to like proclaim this idea. What's the word? Word of mouth. People are really going to be excited to tell their friends about this idea. It's fresh. You're putting your own 10% behind it. So whatever the idea is, you've still made it your own. And that in itself is enough. You know, that is in itself is authentic and groundbreaking in a way. That in itself is like a shock to the system. You might live in a very country mindset kind of town, and I mean that in the nicest possible way. Small town, let's just say that. It's a small town vibe, right? And so you may be really like burdened by the idea that you look like a failure in that town, but there's something here about, no, you need the courage to push forward. You can face this challenge, absolutely. This is not the end. This is not the end. No more waiting. I can't say it anymore. The strength is yours. This is Leo energy. It's positivity. Tame the beast of the past, okay? And really move forward. You have everything you need, pile number 3. Everything you need to keep pushing, to keep going for it. I don't even feel like it needs a push. It just needs your decision. Yeah. You're really like, your day-to-day life is not it. You're actually so like miserable. I don't want to say so miserable. Look, you're just not as happy as you could be in your day-to-day life because you're not actually living in your truth. You're not actually following that, that North Star, that an idea, that thing you know you were born to do, that you incarnated on this earth to do. And it might not be this business or idea or this thing is the whole idea, but it's going to be the platform to launch many more ideas that are all fulfilling your destiny. Okay, first quarter moon in Pisces, honor your feelings. Honor your feelings. Feel the feelings. Feel the past. Let it go. Cry it out. You know, whatever you need to do here. Pisces are big feelers, okay? You've got to trust your intuition as well. First quarter moon in Capricorn, unleash your kindest self. Be kind to yourself when it comes to matters of work. I feel like you may have a lot of Capricornian energy in your chart somewhere, and it's you just being quite hard on yourself. Poker face about all of this. You're not letting anyone see your emotions about this, but in your day-to-day, could you be any more like bored is the sense that I get. Could you be any more unwell? You know, it's going to cause like possibly a health issue if you don't start to acknowledge that this dis-ease of enjoyment, of satisfaction of life is stemming from the thing that you keep burying into the dirt. Okay, so unleash your kindest self. You're a mountain goat if you do have this Capricornian energy within you, and you can climb any freaking mountain, okay? But don't make it your quest to live in misery, okay? See the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. Shoot your shot, go for it. And like I said, this may not be the be-all and end-all of the North Node idea, your destiny, but it's going to be a stepping point, a starting point, a launching pad for everything else that is. All the other ideas that are going to burst forth from this. Again, big travel energy with these 3 cards here. So it could be around a travel company. It could be around moving to, taking it to the edge and moving to a new place to expand this idea. World also is talking about travel. So whatever it is for you, see the bigger picture of all of this, not just the tiny little detail of the blip that once was, because it was a lesson. Okay, and you've done the inner work, you've done the healing, you've gone within, you've honed your skills. Okay, we were talking about you've got to hone your skills. I really feel like after reading all of this, you have, and you still will, because you're open. You're this page, you're open to learning more. You're passionate, you're naturally aspirated, you're excited about this thing. Not many people can say they wake up every day with an excitement for something new, but you're suppressing it. That's the fuel that's going to keep you going. It's rocket fuel. Oh, vitality. Okay, Taurian energy. Fig. It's time to shed your skin of what was and come into the luxury of what is right now. Right here. Card number 32. It breaks down to a 5. So it's like change. Be ready for this change. Okay. This is beautiful. This is very grounded energy, but it's also sweet. You know, there's something really luxurious and tasty about this idea. It's like a morsel that you can taste. It also feels like a rarity. You know, it feels like it's special. People are going to treat this idea as special, so don't think that they're just because someone else has done it before that it's not special. All right, let's get a final advice card out here for pile number 3. Final advice for pile number 3 when it comes to career. Thank you. I would laugh if you got the same card as pile number 1 and 2. Okay, card number 18. Nothing is more important than that I feel good. Yeah. Nothing is more important than that I feel good. It's upsetting your equilibrium, okay? It's upsetting your natural balance, okay? It could be upsetting your stomach, your gut, because you're not following your gut, your microbiome, okay? Whenever you are feeling less than good, if you will stop and say, nothing is more important than that I feel good, I want to find a reason now to feel good, you will find an improved thought. Anytime you feel negative emotion, you are in the mode of resisting something that you want, and that resistance takes its toll on you. It takes its toll on your physical body, and it takes its toll on the amount of wonderful things that you are allowing to come into your experience. You are blocking your blessings, okay? It's time to feel good. And what makes you feel good? Going to the edge of the innovation that you have, the idea that you have, launching it into the world, being unapologetically you about it, and following your destiny to wherever that is leading you, okay? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy here, pile number 3. Take really good care of your health. It's super important. And intrinsically, it's linked. Your health and your mental well-being stem from your blocking your blessings, you not living in your truth and authenticity, you not following your destiny. You're settling for the fated life when really you're being asked to blow that out of the water and go and live this destined life, because that's the shiz that changes the world, okay? It really is. I love you so much. Let me know how it resonates in the comments below. Thank you for being here, guys. I will see you in the next one.